Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX Avalanche. AVAX looked a brief moment a little bit like Terra Luna when it came down here so impulsively and dropped below this $53 level. I told you that the bullish scenario that I had on the chart would be invalidated below $53. Then we would have to go to the next higher level wave count and we would get into this area all the way down to around about $24, $25. That is then what happened. We found support exactly here again at the fib level. This is the 88.7% fib level, so we can do that now. Starting at the higher level wave count, you can see where the target area is between the 88.7% fib level and the 78.6 between 25.50 and roughly $39 US. Yeah, we have found support here, which is good. Yeah. Don't have too many concerns about AVAX at the moment, but it also came down so impulsively, yeah, which isn't great, and it's it just dropped so much. This was concerning because it came down from all the way up here $100 pretty much and dropped all the way to 24. I mean, I made you already aware here that obviously we would come down, yeah. So we had this target area first on the chart here, but when we then dropped below that, that was already not a good sign, yeah. And regular viewers will know that I made you aware the fact that we dropped here below the green target area was already a first heads up that it could go down, but I remained optimistic here because we made quite a strong move up, got rejected then, and then when we dropped really below that $53 level, that was it. From here, it could have still started to the upside, but that was it. When it dropped below it, it invalidated that more bullish scenario in which we could have, in the next instance, moved up quite significantly. But here you can also see where stop losses can be useful. Normally, when trading, I personally only, really do trading. I really only try to use, not lose more than 2 or 3% of my capital. But these are key levels here. When someone who wants to protect the capital, of course, you know, that's invested, a stop loss below this level would have been useful, for example, just to cut the losses, even if it would have been higher losses than just 2 to 3%. But when one of these is invalidated, then you usually see a strong move down. And we dropped 50% from there all the way to $25. So we did hold, even though we dropped briefly below it, but we did generally hold this target area, this alternative target area. Have already seen a strong reaction to it, which is for now really good. At least it seems to be holding that level. It should not drop below $25. That would not be good for AVAX. If it drops below that level, it could, without a problem, drop down to $10. Yeah, but this is really then already really the last straw. Actually, if I started the fib levels here at 0, yeah, then it absolutely should not drop below $16.66. This is really the last and the very worst case. Yeah, below that, it is really then at risk, that coin, yeah, because we're dropping below this 88.7 fib level. From here, from 25 in this wave count here, below 25 would not necessarily be too much of a problem. It wouldn't be great, but it could still drop to $16, $17. But if that's lost as well, then I really have my doubts about AVAX. Good news is that we see here a first strong reaction to the 88.7% fib level. In the first instance now, to confirm a new uptrend, if it then already happens, we would need to move above the 78.6% fib level here at $39. For now, what happens here looks still fairly corrective to me, yeah, fairly three-wave like, and the reason for that is it is not a clean impulse in my view. Here in this last leg down, we have come down too far. So if we counted this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, you're coming down here currently in the price range of the wave 1. Could I count it as a diagonal? Yes, it would then be a 1, 2, 1, 2 possible. And we just need to wait now if that is confirmed. We can't really say yet if this is already back in an uptrend, if this is an impulse. It's too early to say. Good news is you can see how relevant these fib levels are, that we found perfect support on this level. And now we just need to have a bit more patience to see how this is going to turn out over the next few days. Personally, in the general crypto market, I do expect another leg down. I did say that now in previous videos as well. My view is Bitcoin will drop once more as well. But that could now take a few days or weeks to play out, really. But yeah, in this next leg down, it could really be that also AVAX will make another lower low. That is what remains to be seen. Ideally, to really show a strong signal in the market, if Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin makes a lower low, that some coins make a higher low, because some altcoins have already recovered significantly. Yes, some of them like 50 to 80 to 100%. So it would be fantastic if some of these in Bitcoin's next dip, when Bitcoin makes a lower low and maybe, you know, maybe really goes deeper, that these altcoins make a higher low, and that could really be the beginning then of a new run up, because this could then exactly be what we need, a higher low to break the downtrend. But that is still too early to say. We've really only here come to the lower support of the target area. The low could theoretically now be in at any point, and the price should not drop below $25. If it does, it will look difficult for AVAX, but it could still drop down to $16 without really getting into the region of being at risk of dying, because as I said, coins or generally assets, could be stocks and shares as well, that drop below this lowest area, below this 88.7% FIB level, it's not good, and historically and statistically they then have a higher risk of not recovering. But in the first instance now, AVAX needs to break above $39. In the next instance, above 50. The $50 level, you had a lot of support and resistance here historically. It's also a psychological level, and here as well we had a reaction to it. So this is really what AVAX needs to do next to continue with a potential uptrend. But it's way too early to say. Yeah, it's way too early to say. Really, the $50 level would really be the first major move that we need to get above to have a bit more confidence in a beginning of an uptrend. I mean, here AVAX on the 4-hour chart, we've already had a bullish crossover on the MACD here. We had a bullish divergence. You see bullish divergences now, which is a good sign for many cryptos though. Here on the 8-hour, this might become a bullish crossover, and that could then translate over to the daily, and that would then really help a lot of coins recover. On the daily, we do not yet see a bullish divergence, so it's a bit too early still to confirm that. But I've given you the key support and resistance levels. It could really be that this second wave is over, yeah, but it's too early to confirm that. A downtrend is at play until it's broken, and it's certainly not broken yet. And from here we could move up in a wave 3, that the previous bullish scenario was invalidated. I hope that this really is a wave 2 and the next one will be a wave 3, and that the recovery just takes a bit longer. And where would it take us? I do a rough projection here. That could take us at least to $247. Sounds crazy, but that would be the next target for a larger wave 3, which would be not quite a 10x from here, but this is the minimum target. So it could also very well go a little bit higher, maybe to the 200% FIB extension or the 2.618, and then we are at a 10x for AVAX. Very importantly, I'm not telling you it will go up from here, but anybody who wants to get into AVAX, my view is that this target area is the area where with the highest likelihood the price will turn around. Nobody will tell, or nobody can guarantee it will really turn around here. Anybody who wants to wait for confirmation should wait, and I've said that now many times in other videos as well, should wait for a first impulsive move up, which consists of 5 waves, and a first corrective move down, which will then be a higher low. And when I see something that on the chart, I will of course make you aware. Okay, that's my view about AVAX. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.